The other day I told you the story about how I lost all of my Bitcoins, and miraculously, after 20 months, I actually got my Bitcoins back. Hard to believe. Let me tell you about it.
Lock your wallets, take your profits. Cryptonomics.
Welcome to Cryptonomics, Principles of Cryptocurrency and Investing. I'm here in Warsaw in Poland, checking it out, marveling at all the amazingly beautiful women with huge eyes and blonde hair. I want to tell you this happy story of how I recovered my Bitcoins. First of all, thanks for all of those people out there who are sharing these videos and these podcasts on Facebook and everything, pressing those heart reacts, and I really appreciate that. So as I told you last week, I lost the Bitcoins, put them on Blue Trade, and then tried to withdraw them. They never came out. Then they locked me out of the account and they deleted the support request. And I was like, oh, I guess that's it. I started looking at some alternative routes to get through to them. I posted on the Bitcoin Talk forum in the Blue Trade thread, and there was a fellow on there named 1369 who's rather skeptical of me at first. He didn't think I had much credibility, but he was kind enough to try to contact the staff because he had a relationship with them. So thanks 1369 for that. Unfortunately, those efforts weren't fruitful. It's kind of funny because I actually believed for some reason that Blue Trade was an exchange based in Africa. Actually, it's based in Brazil. If I had have realized that, I probably would have taken a different strategy and maybe would have persisted a bit harder. But after a few months of no results and no contact and nothing, and them having deleted my support request, and as I recall, they even locked me out of the Zendesk account, I finally achieved what you might call capitulation. That is, I gave up. I had no hope, whatever, that it would ever come back to me. Then a couple of weeks ago, I logged into Bitcoin Talk again just to see what was happening and thinking maybe somewhere, some out of the blue, some blue trade might trade me some blue chips. And it was true. 1369 had posted saying, finally, these people are going to stop complaining about Blue Trade because they've got a Telegram group and they've updated their site. I went on the site and saw the new look and noticed I could actually log into the site and I could see those transactions where I deposited the Bitcoins and tried to withdraw them. It had been cancelled and there was nothing in the account. I put in a new support request. I went onto the Telegram group and promptly started getting more or less harassed by the admin on there. I asked him, how long is it going to take for this to happen? He said, well, as you know, this is being handled internally. I said, how am I supposed to know that? Well, I don't know anything about it. Nobody's contacted me. I said, it sounds like what you're saying is that Blue Trade is taking my money and they're not going to do anything about it. And he said, don't slander. Don't be silly. It's obvious you're in here to sow discord. What does he think? Like, what is he imagining? Just picture this scenario. My buddy calls me up on the weekend and he's like, hey man, you want to go grab a beer? You want to go hoist a few? And I'm like, nah man, I got this new hobby. It's so interesting, so fascinating. I go into random crypto Telegram groups and I try to sow discord. No, nobody is doing that. I thought it looks like this admin is just going to try to poke me and prod me and ignore my questions until I get angry. And then when I say something out of line, he's going to be like, block! And then it's going to look like it's my fault. I'm like, great, okay, I guess there's still no progress on this. But then I messaged one of the other admins and he said, actually, you're going to get a response today. To my surprise, I did. And here is the weird thing, irony of ironies. All this time I was thinking they were criminals. All the time they were thinking I was a criminal. They thought that I had a bunch of stolen Bitcoins, I deposited them on the exchange, and then I withdrew them very quickly because I wanted to launder them. Of course, this whole time, they never thought to just like, ask me. What kind of exchange just assumes that their customers are criminals without any other evidence? My best guess of what actually happened, in 2017, they probably had some rogue employee who decided that I was an easy mark because I'd deposited and withdrawn quickly. They took the Bitcoins, marked the withdrawal as suspicious, deleted my support request, and took off with the Bitcoins. Come September 2018, Blue Trade started getting regulated by Malta, and they realized that they had to step up their game if they were going to maintain their license. So when I asked them about the Bitcoins, they thought, well, we better shape up. Then they have to try to jam these pieces together to make this story as if I was the one who was doing something suspicious by just using my Bitcoins. I don't know. Their side of the story is I deposited and withdrew. It looked suspicious. They tagged it. They never contacted me, and they just held my money. Any way you slice it, looks pretty bad for them. The good news is I got my happy ending. I got my Bitcoins back, and even with the recent downturn in the Bitcoin price, they were still worth a lot more than they were when I lost them. I told this story on one of my Telegram groups, and my mate Penno said to me he actually got some funds back after 5 years from an old mining pool. So the lessons are, number one, never give up. You don't have to stay bitter or disillusioned, but you can still maintain some hope that people are going to do things right in the world. And of course, I am grateful to Blue Trade. They could have made this more difficult than they did. But even so, they did the right thing and they got my funds back. The second lesson is never assume malice when incompetence would be sufficient. The third lesson is never use Blue Trade. So I got my happy ending, but not everybody gets a happy ending. The other day, I lost a young friend. Tragically, got involved with drugs and overdosed. May grace light her path. May the lessons of the Buddha and the sages guide her in death as they did in life. May she be reunited with divine consciousness. We are all one. Life is short, guys. Life is precious. Take advantage of it while you can. Be happy, enjoy it, and I hope you appreciate the people around you. Stay grateful.